Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Opossum. I'm here with Olive, the Pop Culture Opossum,
Hi, y'all.
and also Bouncin' Birdie. Say hi, Bouncin' Birdie.
Hi.
So, we're going to talk about episode 8 of The Bad Batch. This was the mid season finale. It was episode 8, so we're halfway through the whole series. Well, that's actually another that's actually our we just heard an
Uh-oh.
echo of ourselves, not to be confused with Echo from the Bad Batch. We didn't hear
Aha.
Echo. That was just echo of ourselves. So what did you both think of this episode?
Oh, it was real exciting.
What did you think, Birdie? What did you say after you saw it?
I thought it was the best episode of the season.
That's right,
like Mark said.
The best episode of the season, right from the words of Bounce and Birdie, the best episode of the season.
I was feeling so tense the whole time.
Yeah, like we did not know that that was going to happen. I think we all had a huge reaction when we saw Cad Bane be the one to kidnap Omega.
I was
I-
like,
Yeah, the biggest reaction is Star Wars Santa.
We saw Star Wars Santa's reaction, and that was a great reaction.
He's
He
like,
he did a live stream. Yeah, we should have had a reaction of all of us for the first time watching. We'll have to do that
Oh,
maybe
that would've been
is
funny.
have a video of us watching when there's like a big reveal, see our reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely a big audible gasp. We said, oh, Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
So we actually found out about some of the titles that are coming up in July of the Bad Batch. And I want you both to give your predictions of what's going to happen in July now that we know the episode titles. So on July 2nd, there's going to be an episode called Common Ground. What do you think could happen in an episode called Common Ground?
I think so. Maybe it's called Common Ground because maybe they find out about a creature underground and Omega just comes out and digs.
Oh, so yeah,
And maybe
that's happened a lot,
we
isn't it?
find out that it's a common.
A common in the ground. So Omega usually makes friends with some kind of creature, but that didn't happen this episode. Not this time. No creatures for Omega this time. So the common ground, that means that somebody's gonna have something in common with them, and they're going to maybe join forces with somebody. So the Kaminoans have hired more than one bounty hunter. Most likely they hired Fennec Shand because that was sort of a mystery before. But in this episode, they alluded to the fact that
I gotta use the little opossum's room. I'll be right back.
Okay. They alluded to the fact that they actually hired multiple bounty hunters. So we know Fennec Shand and also Cad Bane are most likely who they've hired. So that means we might possibly see the Kaminoans join forces with the Bad Batch, maybe, or we might see the clones even join forces. Like, what if Hunter turns back? Crosshair. What if Crosshair turns back? Because what's going to happen is the Kaminoans are going to wind up being facing off with the Empire, I think. And we know that Admiral Rampart does not want clones anymore. He wants to recruit people. One thing that Tarkin said was that it's cheaper to recruit humans instead of using the clones. So we know that the Kaminoans want Omega because they want, I think, to create a whole clone army based off of Omega.
Whoa.
But what probably is going to happen is the Kaminoans are probably not going to win. We know that in the future of Star Wars, for everything that exists, we know the Kaminoans aren't around. We didn't see the Kaminoans in A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi or The Mandalorian. We know Kaminoans don't make it, unfortunately. That's sort of a losing bet for the Kaminoans.
Like all the clones look like Jango Fett, but all these clones are gonna look like.
You think they're all gonna look like Omega?
Omega. Yeah.
Okay, so let me go on to the next episode title. On July 9th, the episode is going to be called Devil's Deal.
What?
So what do you think could happen in an episode called Devil's Deal?
I think maybe a character will give them a deal, for battling with a devil.
What if it's Maul? What if Maul is he's the devil and he makes them a deal? What about that? Because he's kind of devil-like, right?
Yeah.
So most likely they're going to be offered some kind of deal. I don't know. It might be a deal with the Kaminoans.
Maybe.
Okay, next episode, July 16th, is going to be called Rescue on Ryloth. And Ryloth is a planet where a certain species live. Do you know what species live on Ryloth, Birdie?
What?
The Twi'leks. So there's some theories. Who would be a Twi'lek that you would like to see from Star Wars Rebels?
Kira.
Oh no, not from Star Wars Rebels. Ayla Secura is a Twi'lek, though. She's a Jedi.
Okay,
But
okay.
unfortunately, in this timeline, Ayla is actually...
Hera isn't that? But
That's right, Hera,
I
yeah.
was going to see that Ayla Secura. I want.
Well, yeah, it would be cool. But unfortunately, Ayla Secura has died by this time. Because when did she die? What movie?
She died in Revenge of the Sith.
That's right, Revenge of the Sith. So Ayla Secura wouldn't be around for this, but they're going to go to Ryloth and we're going to see some Twi'leks. And so Hera would actually be a kid during this time. Yeah, because this takes place before Star Wars Rebels. So she would be younger, but maybe we'll see a young Hera there.
Maybe.
And who knows who else we'll see. Okay, July 23rd, the episode is called Infested. What could that be? Infested. Do you think they're going to be infested with some insects? Maybe infested with some kind of creature, I'll bet.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you that...
What if it's a rancor?
A rancor?
Yeah,
we'll see. Infested with rancors. Like the Marauder is just infested with baby rancors. That'd be kind of cute, though.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling if infested is going to imply some kind of creature, and I have a feeling that Omega is going to wind up coming in with her sort of her relations to animals, her intuition with animals, I would say, and probably help out in that. And then on July 30th, we have War Mantle. So that's going to definitely sound like an action-packed episode with war happening. I think that the Kaminoans are going to maybe be having their clones maybe face off with the new recruits. Now, if somebody noticed that there was a voice of one of the elite squad that didn't sound like the clones. So we think they might actually already be starting to use humans as recruits as part of the squad. Along with the clones. So they might already be starting to kind of take over. And there may be like a kill order to kill all of the clones. All of the, they want to wipe them out and phase them out. So there might be like a kill order for the new recruits, or there might be even like some type of switch if they were able to use the inhibitor chip to turn them just by doing Order 66. There might be a way to just kill them off as well, just like a kill switch maybe. So we'll find out what happens with that on July 30th. So the last episode I actually said I think we're going to be seeing some more Clone Wars more Clone Wars characters in the Bad Batch, and I specifically said I wanted to see Cad Bane, and that's what they gave us. They gave us Cad Bane this episode. So let's talk about some more Clone Wars characters that we want to see, because if we put it out there, it might happen. They might not be done with production yet. They might find out what characters people want to see, and just listen to what we're saying, Lucasfilm. All right, so I think we talked about Maul before. I think we're gonna see Maul at some point. What do you think? I would like to see Maul.
What about his brother?
He's no longer around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Savage is no longer around. I think we're gonna see Boba Fett. I would like to see Boba Fett. I think that's very likely to happen. Boba Fett.
Very likely.
Who is a bounty hunter you would like to see?
I would like to see Aura Singh.
Aura Singh.
Which is killed. Well,
that's right.
They just think they're killed.
Well, that's true. Maybe in Star Wars, nobody is really is truly dead forever. It happened with many characters.
Many
if Palpatine can come back, so can Aura Singh. But this is actually before the timeline, as far as we know, before the timeline in which she's killed, because her death is mentioned in Solo. Somebody else I'd like to see is Hondo. I mean, he was in the Clone Wars and in Rebels. He's definitely open, I think, and available for booking for the Bad Batch. They can get Jim Cumming in. I think he would be a good character to show up at some point. And then I think at the very end of the season, who do you think would be the most popular former Jedi to show up?
I don't know.
Who's one of your favorite characters from the Clone Wars?
Oh, I know.
Who?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. Yeah. Well, that would be really awesome. I think if they had Ahsoka show up, and it might actually wind up tying in somehow to the Ahsoka series that we're going to see on Disney Plus next year.
Maybe. I really think that the Bad Batch are going to be in it.
Oh, that'd be cool to see the Bad Batch in live action in the Ahsoka series.
Yeah.
Well, that's be a really cool thing, and maybe you heard it here first. Maybe they'll have the Bad Batch in live action. Well, I think that just about does it for this episode of Pop Culture Opossum. I think this was an awesome episode. I would agree with Birdie and say it was my favorite episode of the season so far. All right, we'll see everybody next time. Take care.